Hi everybody, welcome back to 30 Days Until Done. We're working on our month of August and Jerry Locklin, that's Locklin, part trois. Jerry Locklin is a poet from Long Beach, and he works, as I said yesterday, in a lot of different modes. And one of those modes is the ekphrastic poetry. He's truly a master of ekphrastic poetry. What is ekphrastic poetry? Well, if you've been following us for the last 14, 15 months we've been doing this, you've done some ekphrastic poetry. That's poetry about art. And so you write the poem about art. The art becomes secondary. Some people think that what you're doing is describing art and that you have to have the art there with you. You don't, not even remotely, any more than you need the art there with you as you're reading Ode on a Grecian Urn. Ode on a Grecian Urn is ekphrasis, right? And that's Ekphrasis.
You forgot the R.
I forgot an R, okay. But it's ekphrasis, right? Ode on a Grecian Urn is ekphrasis. And you don't need to have the Portland vase there to understand what he's saying. In fact, the Portland vase is very, very, very much secondary, and I would say would distract. It's the same thing when you're working in this mode. You don't want to distract people by having this. You're going to have enough that they understand what the art piece is. Now, we're doing it after Jerry Locklin, so what I'd probably do, here, let me back up a little bit. What the arts are is a large conversation about culture and humanity, right? And where we are and what we have to say about that. And it goes back and forth. And so whoever did the Portland vase did the Portland vase. And then John Keats said, you know what, that and this other thing, or that and maybe you're a little bit wrong about what you're saying here. It's a conversation, it's a discussion, right? It's a discussion that can happen over millennia, which is the wonderful thing about art. And so Jerry has written, look for some of his ekphrasis. He's written some poems about art pieces. He loves to write about Van Gogh. Take a look at the stuff that he's written about Van Gogh, then take a look at the Van Gogh, then write a piece back to him, right? You can even call this one, you know, whatever the name of the art is, to Jerry Locklin. And he'd probably be fine if you sent it to him. I don't know. You can try that out or not. He's certainly a brilliant man who will have something to say back to you. You might take a look also at some of his jazz ekphrasis. He writes about jazz musicians and performances in a way that not a lot of people can. I certainly can't. I like jazz, but I don't have the sort of encyclopedic knowledge that he has. I'm wondering how long it's going to be till he gets into opera, because he's a brilliant observationalist about opera. Okay, if I were going to do this, I'd definitely do the Van Gogh pieces. My relationship with Van Gogh is not as close as his. I know the bare facts that everybody knows. I've watched the Kurosawa movie. I've, of course, have interacted with a lot of Van Gogh in the museums, but I haven't done much reading or research. And so it's going to be my own sort of personal journey with Van Gogh and almost a reader response to it, right? Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just me tackling with my ideas of humanity. I think I'd probably take a look at the mother piece, right, which is hangs in the Norton Simon. It's Van Gogh's mother. She's painted with green. I've always been fascinated by the fact that she's painted green. There's something he's saying something about his mother there. So I've never painted my mother, but I don't think I'd paint her green. Anyway, when you're done with that, post down below, and I'll see you tomorrow on 30 Days Until Done.